Dolphins fans? I am Will Scott. You are watching Dolphins Today. I see Scotty B. I see Chris in the chat. Thanks to everyone for tuning in. NFL Productions, he knows the drill. Shout out your city. Where are you watching us from today? NFL Productions is in Miami. Chris, I appreciate the support, my man. Scotty B, I know you're in Scottsdale. Shout out your city down in the comments section. We got the Sports Bras in Columbus, Ohio. Chris is in Auckland. NFL Productions is in Miami. Shout out your city. Fins up. We see the super chat. We'll get to that in a second. Oh, that's awesome. Fins up is going to the Giants game. Outstanding. Speaking of the G-Men, Michael Lotzi Sr. is in New Jersey. Best bagels in the world, my friend. Kenny the Penny is in Orlando. Maurice Jenkins, one of the biggest supporters of the show in Geneva, Alabama. Maurice, we always appreciate you watching, my man. Fourth and goals in Miramar, 305. Go Fins. Sean saying fins up. He is in Nanticoke, Pennsylvania, Northeast Pennsylvania. I went to Syracuse University. Not too far away, my friend. And producer Nick Rowley, you went to school basically in Northeast Pennsylvania at St. Bonaventure.
Yeah, I mean, if you know St. Bonaventure, it's like 15 minutes away from the Pennsylvania border. I'm not going to out myself too much here, but my buddies and I used to go across the border in Pennsylvania to play some sports bets before it became fully legal in New York.
Yeah, all you got to do is just hop up over the border. I knew that when they legalized sports betting in New York is when I was moving from New York. And sure enough, the week after I moved back home to Texas, they legalized it. Shout out your city down in the comments section. Alexandra, watching from Miami. Outstanding. Jambo is in Winchester, Kentucky. Sports Shorts in Fort Lauderdale. Bill Lyon. Shout out Syracuse, New York. The 315. Appreciate you watching, man. We got Marcus saying, Florida Keys, go Fins. Outstanding. Zach Azinka's in the 305. So is Junior. Appreciate everyone tuning in today. Fins up. We appreciate the super chat. You know the drill. Super chat like Mo. Get on the show. $5. Yo, Will, I will be at the game when they play the Giants in row 13 midfield. Outstanding, man. Be sure to send me a photo from the game when you go. And who do you think will be the breakout player on the defense this year? Breakout player on the defense. I'm going to say Kader Kohu. Second year for Kader. I think he's going to be outstanding as the starting nickel on this team. And a lot of people that don't even cover the Dolphins have kind of been saying Kader Kohu is a breakout player in the National Football League this year. Can we put this on our first mailbag as well, Nick? So if you want to get on the mailbag, and we'll put this on the mailbag, obviously. If you want to get in the mailbag, be sure to super chat. All right, I know a lot of y'all are Heat fans. Big game tonight. The Florida Panthers took care of business last night. They're going to the Stanley Cup Finals. The Miami Heat are one win away from the NBA Finals as we welcome in producer Nick Roloff, who is a diehard Heat fan and the host of the Miami Heat Report. Nick, how's it going, my friend?
Oh, it's going good, Will. Always glad to be here to hang out with some Dolphins fans and, of course, Willy Fins. It's just an honor to be on Dolphins Today. I don't know if any of you guys remember, but we were on a run there at the end of this NFL season where I was with you on Dolphins watch parties.
You did like five weeks in a row. That's great.
Yeah. I was here for the postseason game where, unfortunately, I don't really remember much about the game other than Skylar Thompson almost beat Josh Allen, but we're going to blame the refs that the Dolphins should have won that game in Buffalo.
The refs were terrible, but yeah.
But I am a diehard Heat fan, so we got that in common, and I am the host of the Heat Report. We'll ask maybe you guys can subscribe, but first we'll ask you who wins the series. See a lot of MIAs in the chat, and that's what I love to see.
Scotty B, he's in Scottsdale, but he's going with the Miami Heat. Pablo is rocking with Heat. Jamari saying Heat. Sports Shorts saying Heat, Panthers, and Dolphins, we're lucky. So the Panthers are going to win the Stanley Cup, the Heat are going to win the NBA Finals, and the Dolphins are going to win the Super Bowl. let's go 3 for 3 there.
Hey, that would be pretty electric for Miami, man. They're on an absolute heater.
Don't
South
forget
Florida.
the Miami Hurricanes, man. They made a Final Four run. So did FAU.
Yeah, I was going to say. And don't
the
forget
Cavender
about
twins
the
made the
Cavender
Elite Eight
twins.
run, yeah.
Miami is having one hell of a
You know I
sports
didn't forget
season.
about the Cavender twins.
Yeah,
Come on.
yeah.
Come on.
Trust me, we'll never forget about the twins.
JK's, let's go 3 for 3. Everybody type 3 for 3, baby. Panthers, Heat, Dolphins, and when you say Miami, you're talking championships. Woo! Fire me up! Fire me up. Axie0M saying 3 for 2. I think you mean 2 for 3. Trace, what's up, my man? Marcus Peters saying 3 for 3. Scotty B, Sports Bras, Maurice Jenkins, Burnell, Hepburn, Coke Master. Now, a couple people have been calling me out because I do host the Boston Celtics channel here at Chat Sports, but I am a Houston Rockets fan, born and raised in Houston, diehard Rockets fan. But I am the host of Celtics. I can't necessarily say that I'm rooting against the Celtics, but let's just say that I'm going to rock with a lot of my subscribers. They're Axie0M. You got my DM the other day, man, after calling me out. I appreciate you, Axie. Uh-oh. Guess who's here?
Chad Jones.
Guess who's here? Who? Who? Chad Jones. Welcome to the show, Chad. We appreciate Chad. Are you going with the Heat tonight? Heat and 5? Nick, tell them why they should subscribe to your new channel here, the Heat Report.
Listen, you mentioned that you're the host of Celtics Today. Well, Will and I will be live for Game 5 of the Eastern Conference Finals tonight on the Heat Report and Celtics Today. So make sure you subscribe to the Heat Report. I'm throwing in the sub link into the chat. Our goal is 800. We're growing. I have videos almost every day, whether it be a live stream, on a watch party, or just a normal video with the latest Heat injury news, rumors. Will be live for the rest of the postseason as long as the Miami Heat are in it. Hopefully they close it out tonight, and we'll be live for an NBA Finals edition here on the Heat Report against the Denver Nuggets. But please hit that subscribe button. Working hard, bring you all the Heat news and rumors this offseason as well as we approach the NBA draft, which people forget is like a week or two after the NBA Finals.
Crazy.
And then free agency is just only like 3 weeks after.
June 30th, yeah.
So we will have the NBA draft and NBA free agency all throughout June, July. So make sure you subscribe. I'll be updating you guys all about your Miami Heat the entire offseason and hopefully the 2023 NBA champions, the Miami Heat.
Let's go. And speaking of, Jake
Brian
Case
Gonzalez
with
is
a
in the chat.
$20 super chat. Oh, Brian Gonzalez.
Brian.
No, Brian. Brian, you must have not been tuned in 3 minutes ago when I said my team.
Brian, I know that you were upset with me for being a little negative on the last watch party. I know that you said you're not tuning in because too much negativity. But Brian, I promise you, I am going to be much more positive. You know what? It is only positive Rolly tonight.
It was hard to stay
Don't you
positive
worry.
last game.
Don't you worry, Brian.
Very hard to
if
stay
I see
positive,
that
yeah.
little Ouija in the chat tonight, I'm going to be fired up and I'm going to be positive all night long. So don't you worry. Let's see how many subscribers we picked up. Who followed through?
Yeah, be sure to go subscribe. Go subscribe to the Miami Heat Report. Nick Roloff doing a great job. Just started that channel about 2 weeks ago. It already has over 700 subscribers.
We picked up a couple
subscribe. Go and subscribe.
Picked up a couple, but
Axie0M saying I should start a Florida Panthers channel. That would be kind of electric. Willy Pucks?
Willy Pucks. My goodness.
Willy, what did Brooks Koepka call the Panthers? Peas? He said go peas. He said I'm going to go watch the Peas.
He's a big time fan of that Florida Panthers. But yeah, make sure you guys do subscribe. It'd mean a lot to me. And I know Will would be happy too. Just because.
Absolutely. Go and subscribe to the Miami Heat Report. Jay Case with a $20 super chat. We'll put that on screen here in a second. First, though, I want to know, what are your plans for Memorial Day weekend? Long weekend coming up. I think we're all excited about it. What are your plans for Memorial Day weekend? What are you doing, Nick? You got any? Are we going to the golf tournament on Sunday?
It's up in the air.
I think we should go.
You have to let me know.
Ricky Fowler had a decent round today.
Yeah,
he's
two
going
under.
to be in contention. This
So
Hall
hopefully.
guy's not going to keep it up.
Hopefully not. 2 under would only be 2. Oh my God, he shot 8 under. I actually didn't know he finished there.
Yeah, he finished it under, but he's not going to keep that up.
Yeah, let's hope not. And maybe we go out, take a trip to the Fort Worth.
If Ricky Fowler's in contention on Sunday, we got to go.
Yeah, I think
We got to
to
go. I put some money on Ricky.
I might be working on Saturday if the Heat lose tonight, but you know what? It's positive Rolly, so I'm going to say that I will not be working Saturday because the Heat are closing it out tonight.
I hope you're right, man. Hope you're right. JK saying, Willy Fields! What's up, JK? It's $20 super chat. You love to see it. We appreciate you supporting the channel, my man. You already know we're going 3 for 3. And when you say Miami, you're talking championships. Let's go! Dude, can you imagine the electricity in the 305 if the Panthers win, the Heat win, and then the Dolphins are just up there, right? Like the Dolphins, obviously winning the Super Bowl would be fantastic, but if they're just in contention for the Super Bowl, that would be phenomenal.
You know, Will, I say if the Panthers win, the Heat go to the NBA Finals, and the two of them both win, I think we should just go down there and just have a weekend of partying with Miami fans.
Or we should. I'm not even hey, who's down for that? Me and Nick pulling up to Miami to party if the Panthers and Heat win it all. We might have to talk. We might have to talk to Yodes about bringing the show over there for like training camp or mini camp. Oh
yeah,
my gosh.
Yeah, how does that work? Is if we could find a weekend where OTAs or mini camp is going on, plus the Heat and the Panthers were to just win, that could be one hell of a
all right,
weekend.
Axie0M says he's there. JK says he's there. We'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do. I have not been to Miami since high school.
I go
love
to
Miami. I've been trying to get over there for so long. One of my best friends from college, he has a place down there, or at least his family does. And I'm like, let's go this summer. He's like, it's too hot. I only go to Miami in the winter. I'm like, bro, I can't go December, January because of football season. So it just hasn't happened because he only wants to go in the winter. I'm trying to talk him into it, guys. But man, I'd love to link up with some of y'all in Miami.
I usually go to Miami. I've gone to Miami the past 3 years. This year, not so much. Moved on to Dallas here with Chat Sports. But prior to that, I always went on my spring break on college, I always went to Miami for 3 or 4 days to catch a Heat game.
Oh, Miami.
So, I love Miami.
Miami's a great time.
I also went on a golf trip in Miami. That was fun.
Really?
That was really fun.
Oh, dude.
Played some courses in Fort Lauderdale.
I'm not golfing with you in Miami until I get the swing figured out. I'm going through a swing change right now. It has not been pretty. And when you say Miami, you're talking Super Bowl because we're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins #1. Hey, because we're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins #1. Let's go. Shout out everyone watching. All right, we got a mailbag coming up. But first, we got to get more likes. We have 108 people watching right now. That audience will continue to grow. Not even at 50 likes yet, so be sure to subscribe to the channel. Also, like the video. Let's get to 50 likes here before we start today's show. To get your questions in on the mailbag, use hashtag Dolphins or Super Chat to get your questions in. Finn's up. He's already Super Chat. He's getting on the mailbag, so if you want to ask your questions to get on the mailbag, Super Chatting is certainly a good way to do that. Guarantees yourself a spot on the show. Brian Gonzalez, where's Retro today, man? Where's Retro Sports at? I thought you two were like, y'all go everywhere together. Brian Gonzalez and Retro are always in the chat together. Hashtag Dolphins or Super Chat to get your questions in. Brian Gonzalez, I have bad news. Cam Fleming is still a Denver Bronco. He has re-signed with Denver, so he is not going to be a Dolphin. Was that Block's third? Jesus, man. This is bad. We're watching that Michael Block guy who's in contention the PGA Championship. Not doing too hot this week. All right, Here is what's coming up on today's show. We got our first mailbag, and then we have some takeaways from OTAs, and then a second mailbag. So 2 mailbags and a segment on today's show. Kind of a shorter live show because me and Nick are both working the game tonight. So be sure to get your questions in using hashtag Dolphins. Nick, are we ready to rock and roll here? You think we have enough questions, or should we get a couple more?
Yeah, the questions are a little bit light, so we're going to hang on for a little bit. I want every Dolphins fan in the chat. There's 121 of you guys. I want you all to send in a question about the Dolphins, and then we'll have all the questions in the world to answer on 2 mailbags. So
Excellent.
Make sure you guys do get those questions in.
I've never even heard of this guy. He's playing with block, and he's 1 under. Finn's Post. My guy Sammy is watching. Sammy, always appreciate you retweeting me, man. Go follow at Finn's Post on Twitter, everybody. He's a great Twitter follow. One of my favorite Dolphins fan follows because he's always tweeting great stuff about the Finns. NFL Productions. That's an interesting question. We probably have to hit on that. All right, we ready to rock?
Sure, why not?
Let's do it. All right,
Make sure to pile in your questions, though.
Yeah, make sure to keep getting those questions in. We got 2 mailbags. We'll get into our first one right now. Dolphins fans, I am Will Scott. You are watching the Dolphins Today mailbag. Appreciate everyone who submitted questions during our live show. We go live every Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Fins up, what's up? $5 super chat. We appreciate you. Yo, Will, I will be at the game when they play the Giants. Row 13 midfield. That's awesome, Fins up. That's going to be a good game. And who do you think will be the breakout player on defense this year? Great question. I'm going to say Kader Kohou. He's going into his second year. The UDFA last year at Texas A&M Commerce had that really impressive rookie year. I'm going to reiterate what I said the other day, Fins up. I don't think the Dolphins would have made the playoffs without Kader Kohou, as wild as that sounds, because you had so many injuries in the secondary. He really stepped up. I truly don't know what Miami would have done without him. I think that's going to give him a lot of confidence going into year 2, and I think he's probably going to be the starting nickel back on this team. So I'm going to say Kader Kohou is the breakout player on the Dolphins defense this year. Dr. Dummy Bata, what's up, man? Good to see you again. What's happening? What Fins? Any thoughts on who will be the best player on the Dolphins defense? Man, the Dolphins have just this outstanding defense led by Vic Fangio. I think the defense is certainly going to be a strength this year. It's going to be a top 5 defense in the league, I believe. In terms of best player, obviously most people are going to say Jalen Ramsey, and rightfully so. I'm going to go ahead and say Javon Holland because I think Javon Holland has taken the necessary steps to become a top 3 safety in the league this year, and maybe not 2 or 3. He might be the best safety in the league this year. So I'm going to say Javon Holland. It's going to be a big year for him. He's probably going to get a massive extension next offseason. Another name to watch there that's not named Jalen Ramsey, probably Jalen Phillips. I don't know if you've seen the photos coming out of OTAs. The guy's absolutely jacked. He was already jacked, but now he's even more. Now he's had even more strength. So I'm going to say Javon Holland, and then Jalen Phillips is a close second there. Be sure to subscribe for Dolphins news and rumors. We bring you year-round coverage of the Miami Dolphins. Daily videos. Subscribe so you don't miss out. Carter Jones, what's up? Did you see what Dalvin Cook's trainer tweeted? Yeah, so obviously Nick Hicks, who is a great follow on Twitter, tweeting a lot of great stuff at Perform. He was asked about Dalvin Cook kind of working out with him and where Dalvin Cook might play next season. Again, Nick is Tua Tagovailoa's trainer, who is also Dalvin Cook's trainer. He is based in Fort Lauderdale. Here is what Nick responded when asked about Cook. Let's just sit back and watch what happens June 1. So it looks like we might hear something about Dalvin Cook June 1. That could mean that he's a Dolphin. It could mean he's been cut by the Vikings. I'm not sure. But I certainly would not be surprised to see some momentum on the Dalvin Cook front after June 1. But with how good Devon Achane has looked at OTAs, I don't know if Dalvin Cook's going to be a Dolphin. We'll have to wait and see, but he might not be a Viking. Will Dalvin Cook be a Dolphin? Type Y for yes or type in for no down in the comment section. It is the pinned comment on today's video. So when ad break comes, go down, chime in. Is Dalvin Cook going to be a Dolphin? Sports Bras, what's up, man? Do you think that Austin Jackson can be a good right tackle for next year? And why do you think Wynn will beat him out week 1? Well, I'll say this. We've seen Wynn be productive as a tackle in the NFL. We have not seen that from Austin Jackson. Now, I'll say this. Austin looks to be in phenomenal shape. I'm very happy for him. I hope that he stays healthy and has a good year. And if Austin Jackson's good at right tackle, then maybe you can move Wynn to left guard. He hasn't played left guard a lot. He's played it some. But I still would, if I was putting betting odds on this, I would list Wynn as the slight favorite to beat out AJ for that job. But again, AJ looks to be in great shape. He's healthy, and it should be an interesting battle there. But the thing for me, when you're talking about that competition, is Isaiah Wynn has been productive there. Austin Jackson has not yet been productive there. NFL production, thanks for the question. Do you think Miami will sign Ezekiel Elliott? That's a big name. No, they're not going to sign Zeke. I don't know where Zeke's going to go, man. He remains unsigned here as we are fast approaching June, less than a week away from June 1. No, I do not believe Miami's going to sign Zeke. I don't know where he's going to sign. I think the Cowboys remain a possibility. But Miami, we're talking about we might not even need Dalvin Cook. Why do we need Ezekiel Elliott? That's just not going to happen. Thanks for the question, though. Scotty B, what's up? Achane Rookie of the Year candidate. Yes, I do believe Devon Achane can be a dark horse for Rookie of the Year. He's looked phenomenal OTAs, and if you're watching live, we'll get into that OTAs video here in a second. If you're watching this video after live, be sure to check out that OTAs video. But yeah, I think Devon Achane, if he can be RB1 from the jump, I think that's going to be required in terms of him being in that conversation. If he's a really productive RB1 all year, then yeah, he can be in that conversation. Thanks for the question, Scotty. Michael Turner, what's up? Any reports on Cam Smith or Elijah Higgins? I haven't read a whole lot about them at OTAs. I'm in Dallas. Unfortunately, can't be on the ground at OTAs, Chat Sports Studios in Dallas. Cam Smith, though, all the reports from rookie minicamp were really positive on Cam Smith. Captain Dan, what's up? I like that Tyler Higbee trade idea. Yeah, so Bleacher Report put out this article about maybe some surprising trade targets here for the Dolphins. If you haven't checked out the video we did on that earlier this week, be sure to do that. But they listed Tyler Higbee as a trade candidate for trade target for Miami. Now, I don't think that's super realistic now, but let's say the Rams are really struggling again next year. Higbee's in an expiring contract year. I think it's certainly possible that maybe during the season, the Dolphins will trade for Tyler Higbee to be the first tight end on this team. Do you think the Dolphins should trade for Rams tight end Tyler Higbee? Type T for trade or type P for pass. Down in the comment section, go down, chime in. Should the Dolphins trade for Tyler Higbee? Hudson, this is an interesting question. AFC playoff seeding predictions. All right, I'm going to say Chiefs 1. I'm going to say Bengals 2. I'm going to say Dolphins 3. I think Dolphins win the East. Who's the fourth division winner? Which division am I missing, Rolling? South. Missing AFC South. Let's say Jaguars 4. In terms of wild card teams, I'll give the Bills some credit. I think they'll be good. I'll say Bills 5. I will say Ravens 6. And I will say Jets. Jets or Chargers. I'll go with the Jets 7. I think the Chargers might be a pretty disappointing team this year. I do not think they have a very good head coach over there, so I think the Chargers might go 9-8 and miss the playoffs. So those are my off-the-cuff seeding predictions for you there, Hudson, but I believe the Dolphins win the East. Chris, if we could sign only one player, who would it be? Dalton Risner, no question about it, because left guard is your biggest hole at this point. You address right tackle, bringing in Wynn. I'll say this, as I mentioned earlier, if AJ impresses at right tackle and OTAs in camp, then maybe you have Wynn play left guard. Wynn's been a better tackle than he's been a guard, though. But yeah, I would say Dalton Risner if we could go get one more guy. Next question. if, where, are in contenders by time the playoffs come around, do you think Taylor Lewan could get signed? Yeah, that's a good question. Look, Lewan did say the Dolphins reached out to him. He had a conversation with the Dolphins, but I think they opted to sign Wynn over Lewan, Fleming, and some other guys. So I don't think Lewan to Miami is that realistic at this point. Carter Reimer, Miami needs to trade for Isaiah Simmons. Man, that would be something. I haven't really seen him linked to the Dolphins, but maybe he'll be a name to monitor here during the season. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, youtube.com/Dolphins News. Appreciate everyone watching today's show. Is Dalvin Cook going to be a Dolphin? Type Y for yes or type N for no. You know, some of y'all are just so... Oh, Chad Jones. Do you have the Venmo graphic? Chad Jones done it again. We'll put that up on screen here in a second. Chad Jones is the man. Finn's Post is confident that Dalvin Cook's going to be a Dolphin. I've seen some split answers here. Tribal King is saying no. Sports Short saying yes. Ben saying yes. Sherry May saying no. Hooked Up Joe saying yes. Carter Reimer saying no. Minx saying no. Chad Jones saying yes. We'll probably have to go live if he is a Dolphin. I'd be surprised. I don't know. I literally, this is just something I go back and forth on every single day. I have no idea what's going to happen here with Dalvin. Tony Mendez saying no. Scotty, I'm with Scotty B. I'm 50-50, man. Because I don't think he's going back to the Vikings, but Miami has been really the only team consistently linked to him. Like, the only way that I think it would make sense is if you somehow trade Mostert and Wilson. Because I don't think either of those guys are going to be interested in being RB3. So your running back room could be RB1 Cook, RB2 Achane, RB3 Ahmed. I don't know. Maybe just trade one of Cook and Mostert and Wilson and have those two battle with Achane for the RB2 job. I don't know. Rod, appreciate you, man. Go Fins. Fins have the best throwback gear in all of sports, no question. Uh-oh. Who? Chad Jones! Super Chats as smooth as Tennessee whiskey, as sweet as strawberry wine. He's a legend here on Dolphins Today. He's super chatting and he's Venmoing all the time. $100 from Chad Jones. Who? Chad Jones. Rolly. Who? Chad Jones! Everybody type Chad. What did Chad Jones have to say here? What guard could Miami go after? Will Dalvin Cook be a target after he is cut? And what tight end could we go after? Let me, what guard? I'll say Dalton Reisner there. I don't know the likelihood of that happening at this point, though. Will Dalvin Cook be a target? There's no doubt that if Cook is cut, he will be inquired about. There's no question. And what tight end can we go after? I'll say Tyler Higbee, Chad, but I just don't think that's super realistic right now. Miami has 6 tight ends right now. I don't think they'll add another one, so I'll say Higbee, but during the season at the deadline. Chad Jones, everybody type Chad in the chat, $100 Venmo. We really appreciate Chad Jones. Is this for Birdie here for block? I hope so, man. Chad, I know you fished. You golf? We're watching the golf. Okay, he made it. I think it was for par. I hope it was for birdie. What was it for? It was for par. All right, he's hanging in there. 3 over, 3 straight pars. He's got some work to do. Trade for Tyler Higbee. What do you think? Sports Shorts, we appreciate you. Chad Jones not a golfer. That's all right. We still love you, Chad. Marvin, shouting out Chad Jones. Everybody type Chad in the chat, man. Chad is a legend. We appreciate Chad Jones so much. Ben saying yes. Brian saying pass. Brian saying we got Smythe. Brian Gonzalez saying Chad the God. Chris saying Chad. Chad, whenever I hear Tennessee whiskey on the radio, I think of you, man. Super Chats is, and I like listen to the song with the Chad Jones song. Like, I'm not hearing the Chris Stapleton lyrics.
I've heard obviously both versions, and I quite frankly just think the Dolphins Today Chad Jones version is much better.
I look, Chris Stapleton's the man. That national anthem at the Super Bowl was the best I've ever heard. But I think I think our version of the song is better than his. I'm just going to say that. Chad, email me. That's very odd. I will let the bosses know. That is very odd. We'll make sure you get those jerseys, Chad. Be sure to email me today. I'll get back to you ASAP. All right, we have a OTA segment coming up here. Got an OTA segment coming up. We're going to be breaking down some takeaways from week 1 of OTAs. Week 1 is in the books. I'll talk about kind of the things I'm hearing coming out of South Florida. Devon Achane had an awesome week. I think we all know that. But we'll get into that OTAs takeaway video here in a second.
Brian, that's okay.
That's all right, Brian.
We'll miss you.
We'll miss you, man. It's going to be weird not seeing him in the live stream tonight. We're ready to get into this OTA video. Oh, by the way, I just want to shout out Marvin Hodgson because it is his birthday on Saturday. So everybody type HBD Marvin down in the chat. Marvin, I took over this channel in March of 2022. And I do not remember a video that you have not watched. You have been a real one since day one. Shout out to Marvin. Really appreciate Marvin always watching the show. Shout out to Marvin. Brian, is your birthday this Sunday, like the day before Memorial Day, or next Sunday? Remind me either way. Chris saying happy birthday, Marvin. Luis saying happy birthday, Marvin. All right, Nick, turn your mic on. We're going to sing happy birthday to Marvin. Ready for this?
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Marvin. Happy birthday to you. We love you, Marvin. Happy birthday. And when you say Marvin, you're talking happy birthday. Outstanding. All right, we're going to get in to this OTAs video. That looked like a good shot. All right, Block might be locked in now. Get back to even par. All right, here we go. We got that segment coming up right now. Dolphins fans, today we are sponsored by our good friends over at iHerb. Thanks to them for making today's show possible. And if you go to iHerb.com and use promo code CHAT, you're going to get 22% off your first order. We'll tell you more about them later on in today's show. On today's show, we're talking about some takeaways from week 1 of OTAs. Week 1 is in the books. Who stood out? We'll let you know here on today's show. But first, just a reminder to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, because we're bringing you daily, I repeat, daily Dolphins videos. So if you want to stay in the loop with the Fins, you've certainly come to the right place. Plus, we just try to bring a lot of energy, a lot of positivity, positive vibes to the team. So that's something we'd love to do here on the show. Hit that subscribe button below and turn on your notifications so you stay in the loop. Devon Achane, man, what a week this guy had at OTAs. The third-round pick out of Texas A&M. Omar Kelly, longtime Dolphins beat writer, had some rave reviews about Omar Kelly, as did many others on the ground in South Florida. Here is what Omar had to say. Devon Achane has some wheels on him. I knew the Dolphins' third-round pick was 40-time fast, but anytime the ball was in the Texas A&M standout's hands, the tiny tailback was gone, moving faster than his nearest defender, and it seemed effortless. Keep in mind, I've covered fast players before, but the last Dolphins tailback who was this fast, Reggie Bush, who ran a 4.33 40 time in the draft process. Achane edges him out with a 4.32 time. Tua Tagovailoa connected with Achane on a nice teardrop pass down the left sideline, 25 yards downfield, putting it where only the tailback could get it before he toe-tapped in bounds. Devon Achane was the clear winner from OTAs. There was a clear consensus that Devon Achane looked phenomenal this week at OTAs, and every single beat writer who was there had a lot of positive things to say about him, and it's really no surprise because I think his speed is going to really translate well in Mike McDaniel's offense. He was a track star in high school, also at Texas A&M. Again, ran a 4.3 240 at the Combine and put up really big numbers throughout his career at Texas A&M. In fact, in the Orange Bowl a few years ago, had a dominant performance in that game, taking home offensive MVP. So I'm really excited to watch Devon Achane, and I think this week at OTAs proved that not only can he be good in this Dolphins offense, but he can be a top-tier running back in the National Football League. I'm so excited to see how he does in his rookie season. Austin Jackson, shout out to him, man. He looks to be in really good shape. Let's take a look at this before and after photograph. So it's about a year difference, man, and you can see the progress that Austin Jackson has made. He's been in the gym, no question about it. Looks to be in great shape, and he had surgery this offseason, and that got him back to 100%. Again, he just played in 2 games last year due to injuries. He's healthy now, and he feels good. Here's what he said about his approach about the season. I'm angry excited. I'm so excited to play that I'm angry. I'm always ready for the challenge. I'm never scared of the challenge. I'm not afraid of the hard work to do it. I enjoy performing, and my plan is to better perform. I know that I have predicted Isaiah Wynn to win, no pun intended, the starting right tackle job, but I hope Austin Jackson proves me wrong. What a story that would be if Austin Jackson can become a good player at right tackle in the National Football League. He struggled at left tackle his rookie year, didn't look good at left guard the next year. Then he was hurt last year, so we have not seen him been able to have success in the National Football League, but we know the potential is there. Hopefully he can stay healthy, and hopefully he can keep this up because he does look to be in really good shape right now. Taking a look at the Dolphins offensive line depth chart, I'll say this. A lot of you have been calling me out saying Isaiah Wynn's going to be the left guard. You might be right, because if Austin Jackson proves himself in camp at OTAs that he can be the starting right tackle on this team, then maybe you move Isaiah Wynn to left guard, have Austin Jackson be the starting right tackle. Will AJ start at right tackle week 1? Type Y for yes or type in for no down in the comments section. Go down, chime in. Is Austin Jackson going to start at right tackle week 1? Want to shout out today's show sponsor, iHerb. If you go to iHerb.com and use promo code CHAT, you're going to get 22% off your first order. If you're looking for top-tier sports nutrition, iHerb is the place to go. Your one-stop shop for all your health and wellness needs. With so many options out there, it can be daunting to find products that align with your fitness goals. iHerb ensures product quality by shipping from climate control fulfillment centers, guaranteeing first-rate condition. Every product is stored and shipped exclusively by iHerb. No third-party sellers, and free shipping is available on purchases over $20. Trust iHerb. Over 11 million customers have found the best products, backed by 24 million reviews and 1.3 million 5-star ratings. Athlete or fan, iHerb keeps your health in check. Take your sports nutrition game to the next level. Go to iHerb.com, promo code CHAT for 22% off your first order. That's iHerb.com, promo code CHAT. Choose iHerb because wellness matters. I love iHerb, man. I'm so happy I discovered it because I've been trying to get in the gym consistently. I've been trying to bulk up, and you do that with protein. They have great whey protein options, including this one from Muscle Tech. It is a double rich chocolate flavor, tastes great. Put it in a blender bottle, shake it up, it's ready to roll. And then throughout the day, I love these protein energy bars from Power Crunch. This is a mint chocolate flavor. It also tastes great. iHerb.com, promo code CHAT for 22% off. That link, that promo code in the comments in the description of today's video. Getting into our next takeaway here, the next player we're going to talk about, it is Aubrey Miller, the UDFA from Jackson State, who quite frankly had no business going undrafted. I think a lot of people were concerned about his size. Size doesn't matter as much to me, man. I like to see that physicality, that energy that you bring to a defense. And not only did Aubrey Miller have a great week at OTAs, he got paid. He signed a 3-year, $2.705 million contract with $110,000 fully guaranteed. That's a really sizable deal for UDFA, and it makes me believe him getting this after minicamp, or at least we're learning the contract details after minicamp. I think that he is going to make this football team. And the reports across the board were that he looked really good at OTAs, recorded a sack. Day 2 of OTAs is really up there with some of the top linebackers on this team like Jerome Baker and David Long. Taking a look here at the current Dolphins linebacker depth chart, you certainly have more depth here than you did a few weeks ago. You signed David Long. You re-signed Duke Riley, AVG. You signed Aubrey Miller after he went undrafted. I believe that Aubrey Miller is going to make this football team. I really do believe that. We're going to get into a UDFA video talking about some guys that were signed as UDFAs that can make this team. But spoiler, Aubrey Miller is going to be included in that video. Everything I'm reading about him is really positive. He apparently has made a very strong first impression with this Dolphins coaching staff, and I think he has the talent to make this team. There's no question about that. Will Aubrey Miller, the linebacker out of Jackson State, make the team? Type M for make or type C for cut down in the comment section. Go down and let me know. Easy man, Erik Ezukanma, excited to watch this guy in his second season in the National Football League, a third-round pick last year out of Texas Tech. Omar Kelly said amongst all the wide receivers, and there's obviously a lot of talented wide receivers on this Dolphins team, he said Ezukanma was his top standout. Now, again, he was a third-round pick out of Tech in 2022. He was just active for one game in his rookie season, so we really did not see him a lot. Had one reception in that one game, which was the regular season finale, I believe. And he had a great week at OTAs. No shock. He looked great throughout the offseason training program last year as well. He needs to get more involved here in year 2. There's no question about that. I want to see a lot more of Erik Ezukanma because the potential is there. We saw that in the preseason last year. He can be a really good player in the National Football League. He just needs reps. Just a reminder to subscribe to our brand new Miami Heat channel. We're almost at 800 subscribers. Producer Nick Roloff, who's producing this video right now, doing a great job as the host of that channel. He's a diehard Miami Heat fan. That's the sub link right there, youtube.com/The Heat Report. Also, that subscribe link in the comments and the description. If you're all about the Miami Heat, be sure to go check out that channel. Nick's doing a great job. Duke Riley is the next player we're going to talk about. And you know how producer Nick is a hoops guy will appreciate this. You know, like Hoodie Mello, right? Hoodie Mello's like ridiculous. Practice Duke Riley is ridiculous. Off-season Duke Riley is ridiculous. He was the player of the day for Monday's practice, and my goodness, this guy feels like every single training camp, OTAs, the guy can just not be stopped. He's really, really impressive during the offseason. Hopefully that translates to his play on the field this year, but Duke Riley certainly looked good the first week of OTAs. So did Tua Tagovailoa, man. We can't talk about the Dolphins without talking about our guy Uno. And he's been trending on Twitter because he certainly added some weight. I think in a good way, though. Brett Coleman agreed with me. Here's a photo of Tua from OTAs. You can see he's been putting in the work at the gym with our guy Nick Hicks. Look at the before and after of this. This was 2 years ago to now. I think he looks a lot better, a lot stronger, and he certainly needs some body armor, man. With all those injuries he's had, I think that's going to help him stay durable. So shout out to him, man. I think he's looking good over at OTAs. Cameron Wolf had this to say, who works for NFL Network. Tua Tagovailoa returned to the field bigger and stronger, gaining several pounds, I'm told, and donning a new helmet. Finally, they listen to me. He's got a new helmet. Hope is the changes plus Tua's jiu-jitsu training help him stay healthy. So Dolphins reach potential as fast elite offense and contender. I agree. I think that Tua staying healthy is the key to the Dolphins being a true contender this year. Show Tua some love. Type Uno down in the comments section for our guy Tua Tagovailoa. Let's end the show talking about AVG because AVG might be making a switch to inside linebacker. That is the report coming out of camp, that he is expected to play more on the inside this year. Of course, he's been an outside linebacker his career leading up to this point. Cameron Wolfe saying this, more on Andrew Van Ginkel, inside linebacker, nugget above. So Cameron Wolfe made the report about him maybe playing inside. Then he followed up with this. Dolphins lacking some proven depth at inside linebacker behind projected starters Jerome Baker and David Long. Deeper at outside linebacker, look for Van Ginkel to get reps with second team alongside Duke Riley early. Channing Tindall and UDFA is working in too. So that's very interesting, an interesting development from OTAs that Andrew Van Ginkel might be playing inside linebacker this year. We'll keep an eye on that. Again, be sure to subscribe to the channel for daily Dolphins content. Have a great Memorial Day weekend. Show Tua some love. Type Uno down in the comments. Nick, I want to get you on for this. What are your thoughts on these photos we're seeing from OTAs? Some people are calling Tua fat. Some people are saying he's in great shape. There's really no in between. I think he's looking good.
Well, I'll say this. As a fat guy myself, Tua is not fat.
You're in great shape, Rolly. I don't know what you're talking about. You're at the gym every day.
He has put on some weight, but I'm with you, Will, and I think it's only going to benefit him, whether it be, is he going to be less agile? Maybe. But I think it will help him survive better hits.
Right. 100%.
And it's not, and it goes
body
beyond,
armor's a good thing.
And it goes beyond the head injuries, which is obviously the main storyline when it comes to Tua Tagovailoa's head injury or injuries history is the head. But even just gets hit low, gets hit up high, the more muscle you put on, the less those will bother you throughout the game and the season. So putting on weight, I think, is only a good thing. And I don't think he's going full Jamarcus Russell on us, so I don't think we have to worry about Tua.
That is, oh boy, Michael Block to the cart path here.
He kind of sucks.
Is he going to get he's going to get relief, but where are they going to put the ball?
Well, I got to be honest. I think I'm out on Block.
Well, because of the comment he made on the podcast?
Yeah, I think.
Oh, come on. People are overreacting about that.
I think he's let it get to his head. And listen, it's hard not to, right? If you know the Michael Block story, it's hard to stay humble through this 2-week period. He was awesome at the PGA Championship, but I've just seen the way he's been acting on the course, and it's dude, you're not good. You're
what do you mean way he's been acting on the course?
I mean, I saw
getting the crowd involved. Come on, it's fun.
He's getting mad at how bad shots he hits, and I get you're playing bad.
I get mad at bad shots I hit. Yeah. Did you see me the other day?
And you shouldn't be.
Look how I was trying very hard not to snap a club the other day. I'm going through a swing change right now. It's been brutal.
Are you going through a swing change? I don't think you've told me that.
Yeah, I'm going through a swing change and a grip change.
Really?
It's been very difficult. Very difficult. Will Austin Jackson start at right tackle week 1? What do y'all think? I think I'm in the minority saying no. I just think Wynn's a better option. But, man, I hope AJ proves me wrong. I really do hope he proves me wrong. It'd be a great story. Jeff saying no. Brian saying yes. Marvin saying no. Chad saying yes. Cliff saying, when was Finn's 74, dude? It's been a long time. Or 73 season at least. Tommy Martin saying yes. Cliff, we've been waiting a long time, dude. We've been waiting a long time. Waiting a long time. I meant 84. Did I say I meant 84? Philip Colton. Well, so 74 was the last win, so I was right. 84, that season, was the last Super Bowl appearance. Yeah. Last Super Bowl that the Dolphins won was in 1974, so the 73 season. They won it against the Minnesota Vikings. It's been a long time. I don't think we're going to wait much longer, honestly. Hashtag Dolphins or Super Chat to get your questions in. Hashtag Dolphins or Super Chat to get your questions in. We got another Dolphins mailbag coming up.
We need a lot more.
We need a lot more questions. Producer Nick Roloff is telling me a lot more questions. So if you want to get on the mailbag, you got a good opportunity to do it. $2025? What about next year, Sports Bras?
We got Carter Reimer with a good question.
What's Carter Reimer's question?
Well, I mean, we're going to save it for the mailbag.
Okay, very nice. Scotty B with a question. Hashtag Dolphins or Super Chat to get your questions in. Samuel Clemens, Carter Reimer, Sherry May. You're talking Super Bowl. You know the rest. I think we have enough questions?
I don't think we do. I think we need a lot more questions. I feel like we're a little low on the questions today. I don't know what it is. Vibes low? What's going on, fellas? What's going on? We got the Sports Bras with a good question. Nick with a good question.
JC. I've seen some people saying that Aubrey Miller could beat out Channing Tindall. I don't know. We haven't seen enough of Tindall to get a good look at him. But I don't know. We'll see. I think if you're the rules official here, you've got to move the ball back and off the cart path. You can't move it forward, but you should be able to move it back unless he decides to hit this from the cart path, which would be.
You can't play that.
Well,
there's not enough room between the railing on the right side.
No, you're correct. But what if he gets some relief from the railing?
No, it's got to go back, probably on the grass. So. Keep on firing in those questions. We need a little bit more.
Hashtag Dolphins to get on the mailbag. Hashtag Dolphins to get on the mailbag. Kevin, we might have to ask Turk about that. I'm trying to get him on the show maybe next week. It's been kind of crazy with NBA playoffs. And then he had OTAs or he has a mini camp too. So what? Is he gonna freaking hit this? Is he going to freaking hit this shot?
That makes me out on block.
Oh, what do you mean this makes you out?
There is not one person in America that would try to hit this shot outside of Michael Block right now. That's why I'm out on him. It's the little things, Will.
What if the rules official didn't allow him to have a good look?
It is, because you always get a relief from a man-made object, which a bridge is.
There's no way he's going to hit the shot.
If he does hit it, just adds more to the reason why I'm out on block.
Meanwhile, Minwoo is almost just holed out. Hashtag Dolphins or Super Chat to get Willy BRA. Right guard. Right tackle. You think it'd be a good right tackle, Nick? You think I can be a good right tackle?
No, Will would get abused and bull rushed, and it would be brutal. He's going to try to hit this, and he's an idiot.
I cannot believe he's going to hit the shot. We'll go into the mailbag after the shot. I cannot. Michael Block right now, if you're watching the golf, is about to hit this shot from the bridge. This is the stupid. He's going to hit the freaking railing. I mean, he can't be serious right now.
I am so out on Michael Block, it's not even funny.
He can't be serious right now.
I am all the way out. And it's for this exact reason.
You have a tree in front of you, too.
What an idiot.
I mean, he got it off the bridge. Oh, that was a pretty good shot. That was a pretty good.
I'm still out.
That was a pretty good shot. He's doing a little MJ shrug. I love it. That's an unbelievable shot. All right, here we go. Hashtag Dolphins or Super Chat to get on the show. Super Chat like Mo, get on the show. Dolphins fans, we're about to get into a mailbag. Appreciate everyone for asking their questions during our live show. If you missed our live show this week, we go live every Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Scotty B, watching from Scottsdale. What's up, Scotty? What players do you want after June 1? That's a great question. Dalton Reisner's probably my number one target right now. Would love a way to bring in Fluker. He worked out with the Eagles this week. We'll see if he signs with Philly. I hope he gets the chance, man. That would be awesome. I think we'll go defensive line. I think Akeem Hicks is a name to watch there. Clowney might be a dark horse free agent target. But I definitely think the Dolphins will add some depth to the defensive line after June 1. And I think they should. DNA Ray, what's up? Are the Dolphins still interested in Dalvin Cook, and is Xavier Howard going to be better? I'll actually answer the Howard question first. Yes, I do believe he's going to be better for a couple reasons. He's going to be healthier, and he has Vic Fangio instead of Josh Boyer calling the plays defensively, and he doesn't have to be CB1 anymore. He has to be CB2 because Jalen Ramsey's going to be the top corner going up against some of the top receivers you face. So, yeah, I think he's going to be much better, and I certainly hope so at least. In terms of Dalvin Cook, I still think there is somewhat of a mutual interest there. Dalvin is from South Florida. I think Dalvin really wants to be a Dolphin, and I think the Dolphins are somewhat still interested, but logistically it's going to be tough to pull that off because you already have a crowded running back room, not to mention you drafted Devon Achane, who's really, really good. We bring you year-round Dolphins coverage, so be sure to subscribe to the channel for the best Dolphins coverage on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button below if you are all about the Miami Dolphins. Who? Chad Jones. What's up, Chad? AVG will be great inside linebacker. Wynn is not good at right tackle. I think Dalvin Cook is coming to Miami. Producer Nick, turn your mic on here. Producer Nick is a Patriots fan. He knows all about Isaiah Wynn. Tell us about Isaiah Wynn.
Isaiah Wynn, drafted as left tackle out of Georgia, was good early on, always battled injuries. This past year at right tackle was abysmal, battled injuries once again.
So he's good when he's healthy.
He was good at left tackle, though. He was moved to right tackle because Trent Brown was moved to left tackle. Wynn was bad when he was healthy. He also battled a lot of injuries, like I just mentioned, and he was flagged a lot for holding. Wynn had a horrific 22 season. That's all I'll say on Wynn.
He was not good this year, Chad. I'm not disagreeing with you there. But I think a fresh start in Miami. I think he's healthy. I don't think they would have signed him if he's not healthy. I think he's healthy. I think a fresh start is really going to bode well for him. And maybe they'll try him at left guard. We'll see. Chad, AVG will be great at inside linebacker. I agree. I'm excited about that. Vince Fan 98. You still think Devon Achane can be a dark horse Rookie of the Year candidate? Yes, I absolutely believe that Devon Achane is a dark horse Rookie of the Year candidate. And here's why. The front runner right now, at least in terms of betting odds, for Offensive Rookie of the Year is not a quarterback. It's not Bryce Young. It's not C.J. Stroud. It's Bijan Robinson as the betting favorite right now. So let's say Devon Achane wins the starting running back job in camp, which will be difficult because the Dolphins certainly have some depth there. But if he does, and he is the best rookie running back ahead of Bijan Robinson, he can absolutely be in that conversation for Offensive Rookie of the Year. And based on what we're hearing about him at minicamp, at OTAs, he's been impressive. He might have a chance to make a huge impact in his rookie season. Can Devon Achane win Offensive Rookie of the Year? Y for yes, N for no, down in the comment section. If he can outplay Bijan Robinson, be the best rookie running back, he is absolutely going to be in the conversation. Lorenzo Flores, what was the Buda Baker rumor you were talking about on Instagram yesterday? Yeah, so follow me on IG at Willy Fins. I'm posting more content over there. But that was actually in yesterday's show, Lorenzo, in what's today? In Wednesday's show. So be sure to check that out. Bleacher Report put out an article. The article was basically 3 surprising trade targets for the Dolphins. They mentioned Tyler Higbee, the Rams tight end, and they mentioned Buda Baker, the Arizona Cardinals safety. So I don't think that he is going to be a trade target, but he has requested a trade. The reason that I don't think you need a trade for him, number one, he's going to be pricey. He wants to be the highest paid safety in the league, which would mean he's going to make $20 million. Number two, you don't need him. You got Javon Holland, who you're going to have to pay next year, and Brandon Jones and Deshaun Elliott. You don't need him. Jay Lands, what's up? How likely is it that we win the division, you think, Will? How likely is it? I know most people aren't picking the Dolphins. Actually, Louis Riddick did pick the Dolphins today on ESPN to win that division. I'm going to say there is a 80% chance that Miami makes the playoffs. If Tua stays healthy, 100% chance. I'm going to say 80% chance Dolphins make the playoffs, and I'll say 50% chance they win the division. I'm confident they're going to win the division, but it's a tough division. It's the toughest division in football. You got the Jets, you got the Bills. I think the Bills regressed this offseason. I think the Dolphins got better. The Jets also got better, but are they better than the Dolphins? No. Just a friendly reminder, subscribe to the Miami Heat Report. Producer Nick Roloff. Nick, hop back on the mic. You're a diehard Heat fan. Why should they subscribe to the Heat Report?
Well, Will, it's because we are live for every postseason game the Miami Heat are in. We will hopefully be live for the NBA Finals if the Heat advance and play the Denver Nuggets. You might be listening or watching this in a later date, so hopefully the Heat are already advanced to the NBA Finals. But when it comes to the NBA draft in late June and early July with NBA free agency and all the crazy NBA trade rumors, we will be here for your Miami Heat to let you guys know everything surrounding the Heat, because listen, it's just one of the best franchises in all of sports, so why wouldn't you want to be tapped in everything surrounding the Miami Heat?
Be sure to subscribe, man. Been enjoying watching Jimmy Butler these playoffs. You want to subscribe to the Heat Report, Bruce Nick Roloff's got you covered over there. Philip Colton, is the defense going to be top 3 this season? Whoo, top 3? It's possible. The Jets have the Jets have a great defense. The Niners have a great defense. Eagles have a great defense. I don't think maybe they'll be better without Gannon, actually. Top 3. I'm going to say top 5. Top 3 is a bit aggressive for me, but I am going to say top 5, Philip. Thanks for the question. Sports Bras, what's up? What quarterbacks make the final 53-man roster projection? Whoo, that's a great question. So I believe 5 or 6 made it last year. Okay, let's do this. I'll say Xavier Howard, obviously. Jalen Ramsey. Ooh, Michael Blush in the woods. I'll say Xavier Howard, Jalen Ramsey, Kader Kohu, Cam Smith, Trill Williams. Might be a hot take, maybe not. And I'll say Keon Crossan. Am I missing anybody? I don't think I'm missing anybody. Those are the guys that I think will make it. I do not think that Noah Igbenogany is going to make it. That's kind of my bold prediction. I think that he misses the 53-man roster. I just think you have too much talent at corner. But, yeah, those are the guys who I think are going to make it. Justin Bethel, he has a lot of special teams value, so they might keep him as well. Hanky Finn's asking about the punter battle. Michael Turk or Jake Bailey? Hanky Fins, you know what I'm going to say here. It's Michael Turk all the way. Hang time. I hope Michael Turk wins this job, man. I just think he's the better punter here. I just think it makes more sense to have him be the guy going forward. Who wins this job? Michael Turk or Jake Bailey? Type MT or type JB down in the comments section. Oh, Nick Needham, by the way. Thank you, Sports Bros. I meant to say Nick Needham. Type MT or JB down in the comments section. Go down, let me know. What's up, man? Thanks for the question. Bus Bench. Where do you think Tua will finish in the MVP race if he stays healthy the entire season? He'll be top 5. And here's why I say that. When the Dolphins were 8-3, when the Dolphins had that win streak, he was second in the MVP race behind Patrick Mahomes in terms of betting odds. So we've seen him be in that conversation. If he can stay healthy the whole year, he's absolutely going to be in that conversation again. Tommy Martin. Anybody you think we won't be able to sneak to the practice squad like Skylar Thompson last year? Man, that's a really good question. Aubrey Miller's a guy I look at is a guy that might be tough for him to make the 53. I think he's going to make it, but some people might disagree. If he doesn't make the 53, it's going to be tough to sneak him onto the practice squad. I'll also say Julian Hill. I like Julian Hill as a tight end out of Campbell, the UDFA. That's going to be tough to keep him around. It's interesting. I read an article, I think from Barry Jackson, that was like they might try to keep Michael Turk because Jake Bailey's contract is fully guaranteed. So if he does beat out Michael Turk, they might try to keep Turk around. But I mean, with how good Michael Turk is, he might get snatched up. We'll see. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at WillScott44. Be sure to ask me any questions you have over there if you did not get a question in on the mailbag. Guys, can Devon Achane win Offensive Rookie of the Year? Let me know down in the comments section. Can Devon Achane win Offensive Rookie of the Year? I think he absolutely can be in that conversation. Will he? Probably not. I would say Bryce Young. But can he be in that conversation? Cherry May saying hell yes. DNA Ray saying yes. Stephen Brown, yes. Scotty B saying yes. Sports Bras, yes. Cliff D. I think you should be more optimistic about Tua this year. JC saying running back by committee. Yeah, NY Baseball guys, that's a good point. Cameron Good. Philip Colton saying no. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Devon Achane, man, had a great week at OTAs. Really excited about him. I think he's going to be really good. Matthew Sam, he can if coach runs the ball. Yeah, we didn't run the ball a whole lot last year. What's Sandra Bullock saying? The blind side? Run the damn ball!
Run the
damn ball!
Run the damn ball!
Run the damn ball, Bruce! Run the damn ball!
Coach, run the damn ball!
Coach! Run the damn ball! I think we'll run it more. All right, we're going to go in on, that's the end of our live show, but how about this? We'll do a little shot clock action here. Sound good, Rolly? With the shot clock at 2 minutes. We get some super chats, we'll stay live. Otherwise, we got to bounce. But we'll chat here with some of our viewers. We still have 163 people watching. Maz, the Tua offseason training is going good, man. I think he's looking good. He's been impressive. Oh, cool. Look at producer Rolly, all official there with the shot clock. What do you think, Rolly? Can Devon Achane be in this conversation? Did I make a good point? If he can outplay Bijan.
Yeah, listen, can he be in the conversation? Sure. I will be honest, I think it will go to Bijan. I hate to be the chalk guy here.
You are the Falcons guy here. He covers the Falcons.
I do cover the Falcons, but with that being said, I don't think I'm really being that biased here. Bijan Robinson, clearly the most talented position player in this draft. I mean, if it wasn't for positional value and you just took what Bijan can do at his position compared to others, Bijan would have been the number one pick, if that makes sense. So in an offense that will run the ball like 65% of the time, because that's just how Arthur Smith operates, especially with Desmond Ridder at quarterback, I think Bijan's going to see a lot of volume, and if his talent shows through like people are projecting, I don't really think it go to anyone but Bijan. I was high on Achane. I will say this. Before he got drafted to the Dolphins, I said Achane was RB2 in this draft. A lot of people were in on Jahmyr Gibbs, but I was all the way in on Devon Achane. So I think it is possible.
I literally said on this show that I liked Devon Achane better than Jahmyr Gibbs, and I said that before the draft. I just did.
I will say
Devon Achane put up better numbers in college.
If I had to rank potential Rookie of the Years, this would be my rankings.
Okay.
Be Bijan 1. I think C.J. Stroud 2.
Ahead of Bryce Young.
I think Bryce Young at 3. I think I would probably go Jahmyr Gibbs 4, even though I like Achane better. I just think Jahmyr Gibbs will have a bigger role potentially in Detroit than Achane will have in Miami when they have Jeff Wilson and other backs. And I think I would be in between Achane and Zay Flowers, at 5.
Scotty B at the buzzer. $2 super chat. Reset the shot clock to 1 minute. Scotty B says, worried about the offensive line, coach. Oh, man, Butch Berry. Where do I get started with him? So, Nick, I don't know if you follow that story. So, Butch Berry was hired by the Dolphins to be the new offensive line coach. He got fired from Denver by the interim coach.
Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't think that was allowed.
So the interim coach said, yeah, get out of here. He was apparently very much disliked amongst Broncos players, and there was a report that Broncos players stood up and clapped when they heard he was let go.
Oh.
And the Dolphins hired him. Dolphins hired him. The Broncos gave up the most sacks in the NFL last year. And, Gerald Stokes! Ba 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 ba! Go Tigers! Ba da ba ba! Go Tigers! Da 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 da. LSU! Let's go! Gerald Stokes, $50. Did he know I'm an LSU fan? He's got to know, Joe. You got to know. I'm all about LSU, man. You see that LSU helmet in my at-home setup. I grew up a big Tiger fan. That's awesome. I mean, I did the LSU fight song off the cuff there, Gerald, so you know I'm legit. Shout out to Gerald Stokes, $50 super chat. So Gerald, they beat South Carolina yesterday. That was a much needed win. They're in to the next round today. I'm excited to watch the game later. Gerald, shout out to you, man. Go but you spelled go wrong. You spelled go wrong. G-A-U-X. Wait, Gerald, you're friends with Jay Johnson? Oh, that's awesome. Shout out Gerald Stokes, man. Tell Jay I said what's up. We gotta get Jay Johnson. We gotta get Jay Johnson some Dolphins gear, Gerald. Let's make that happen. He's probably I don't know. Saints fans, they're not rivals, but LSU fans might not like him wearing anything other than Saints gear. We appreciate Gerald Stokes, man. Yeah, Nick. I don't know if you're a college baseball guy. I know you're more of a college basketball guy. I love watching college baseball.
I have not watched a single college baseball game all year long.
I love college baseball. It's a bucket list item for me to go to Omaha. I'm thinking about doing it this year if LSU makes it.
Are we close to the College World Series?
So right now they're in the conference tournament.
Oh, okay.
Then they go to that was a really good shot. Then they go to slow down. Oh no. So right now they're in the conference tournament. Then they go. Then they have regionals, then super regionals, then College World Series. So LSU is going to be a top 8 seed, which means that they'll host a super regional.
Okay.
That's awesome, Gerald. That's really cool, man. Jay Johnson is the man. Doing wonders with that program, man. All right, that's the end of our live show. Gerald ended it with a bang. Gerald, have fun at the game, man. Gerald, are you following me on Twitter? Send me a photo from the game. My dad, Gerald, just a diehard LSU baseball fan. He will watch. My dad is probably. I'm not kidding. My dad's probably watched every single LSU baseball game this year, like all 50 plus of them. He watches every single game. I've watched a decent amount, but I'm excited to watch that game later. I'm going to keep an eye on it. All right, we appreciate everyone watching today's show. We will see you next week. This has been Willy Fins and producer Nick Roloff. We got to get you a little name there. Rolly.
You crack me up every time you do the Willy Fins.
We'll see y'all next week. Have a great Memorial Day.